Guys, how are you doing? Welcome to a brand new video. Okay guys, we are here at Weybrook Park Golf Club, which is literally down the road from Sanford, if you've been keeping up with the vlogs. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you smash that button right now before we get into this video. So what we're going to be doing, shot traces around Weybrook. I'm going to try and get as many holes as I can in before my phone dies, which if you're familiar with this channel, that happens an awful lot. I need to sort that out. But yeah, we're going to go and play this. I haven't played Weybrook for a long time. I played it about probably 4 years ago, and I've got a tournament here this Sunday, so we're going to go out, see how I'm hitting it, see how I'm swinging it, try and get familiar with the course again before Sunday. So let's go. So before we get into the video, guys, let me know if you like these kind of videos. I mean, these are the ones that I think are most interesting, but it is more about myself. But if you think that these help you and it gives you an insight into what I'm thinking, what I'm doing through a round of golf, then be sure to let me know. Leave a like on this video, leave me a comment. I just want to know what you guys want to see more from the channel, what I could do to make it better so I can grow for myself and obviously help you guys grow as well as golfers. So Weybrook, pretty open golf course, very open to the elements. And you'll notice my swing's very upright in terms of the backswing at the moment. It's just something that I felt was quite natural at the start, and it really worked. I was able to hit a pretty decent fade with all my woods and long irons around the golf course, which I haven't been able to do relatively recently, and it's something that obviously I've been working on. So you can see there, especially with the 8-iron, how much I'm taking it above the line, like overplaying for example, and I found that it just helped me to bring it down on a decent line as well. Not something necessarily that's been helped with my coach, with Matt, for example, but something that I just found that seemed to help and seemed to work. Now, the only problem with that is obviously it's very exaggerated, and when I came to do that the next day when I was practicing, I couldn't replicate the same kind of feeling. So it did look quite weird, but it worked, and it's something, especially as you saw there with the driver, it's this versus like the aesthetics rather than the actual technical side of it, and every time I did that really steep backswing, I was able to bring the club down on a brilliant line and I hit the ball really well. However, if I can't be confident with it every time I play golf, then it's not going to be much use to me. It was just something that I found on the day that seemed to work, and to be honest, I really couldn't care what my swing looked like as long as I end it. The ball goes exactly where I want it to go, for example. So first 3 holes, the putting wasn't great, I'm not going to lie. Actually no, I scrap that. Putting was good, reading was poor. And again, I've seen this time and time again. Now my putting's a lot better technically. I think it's actually more to do with my green reading that's let me down. Before it was probably a mixture of both, whereas now I'm putting the ball on a good line, good roll, good pace, but then the ball go the other way, or stop really short or stop really long, even though I've hit the putt that I wanted to. So really should have been birdie on the par 5 to start with, but I 3-whacked it. Okay, good up and down on the par 3, but then again another birdie chance on 3 from about 6 foot, and again it hasn't even threatened the hole. So we're on the par 4 here. This is the 5th hole. Now I actually hit 4-iron and I've put it in the water there, so I just took a penalty drop. Okay, on the day I wouldn't obviously leave it in the water. I didn't actually know how far the ditch was because obviously I haven't played here for a very long time, so actually I hit 4-iron, probably a 6-iron into wind, probably could get away with a 4-iron. Decent wedge shot into the green, pretty tucked away flag, not that accessible, and then a pretty decent chip. I found my chipping's a lot better. If you watch my David Peltz tests or my short game surgery video, I have been doing a lot of stuff on my short game, and I found even if my technique's a lot better than it used to be. However, even if my technique isn't, my confidence definitely is. I definitely actually want a bit more spin, a bit more higher shots with my chipping, but I can pretty much roughly guess where I need to land the ball to get it close to the hole, which has been a big help. Takes a lot of pressure off my game, especially when you're hitting shots into the greens. You're not worried that if you don't hit the green, you're not getting up and down, and it helps you just relax a tiny bit. So again, a wedge shot in here, this is about 105 yards on the par 5. Pulled the 3-iron. The 3-iron wasn't working that well for me through this round. It's probably the only club that didn't work. Everything else seemed to be pretty good, was able to fade. The 3-iron was a bit pulley though. Pretty decent wedge shot, probably one of the best wedge shots I've hit in a long time. In terms of just rhythm, pace, did exactly what I saw in my mind's eye, and I just executed it quite well. Wasn't obviously as steep in the backswing, and I think I need to just try and use that steepness, so get the club coming above plane in terms of coming outside the hands on the way back, and then dropping it down on plane. At the moment, I think I've had the club flip way too much on the inside, and then it's come even further from the inside, and then that's why I've been getting the hooks, the draws, and also getting stuck behind my right hip, which is obviously me and Matt have been working on recently. Got very lucky on this par 3, thinned my wedge shot, but the greens are so soft and it's slightly into wind that actually it's come out a decent yardage. So then I actually hold that putt. Now very, very steep backswing there with the driver. But again, it seems to be working. So guys, let me know what you think. I mean, do you think you should be going down the conventional route or the aesthetic route in terms of swing? Again, there was a bit of a thin shot there, well, a very thin shot with my 7-iron there. But let me know what you guys think about the idea of what a swing should look like. I think now you see a lot of tour swings that aren't very traditional. Obviously, something that just works for them, something very natural. And I feel like I'm very much down that route. I really couldn't care what my backswing looks like as long as the ball's got a good trajectory, good distance, low spin rate, and something that can just be controllable. Now, 3-iron, again here, you'll see that actually, well, I didn't do a tracer. It wasn't even worth a tracer. It's just gone snap hook left. I probably could have found it, but I hit another one, and the ladies that let me play through were behind me, so I didn't even bother going looking for it. So I just hit another one for 3 off the tee here. And again, it was a bit pulley. So something that I probably need to work on before I play on Sunday, make sure that I'm not hitting if it's my stock go-to club, I've got to make sure that's obviously not happening. Gives me something that should be going down the middle a lot of the time, and then obviously in the holes that I feel a bit more confident, I should then be taking the driver 3-wood, knocking it down there, giving myself some decent wedge shots into the green. But I was surprised how long this course played. On the card of the blacks it says 6-2, but actually it's because they've got 5 par 5s here at Weybrook. Some of the par 4s at 450 plus, so you do need a good drive off a lot of these tees, and obviously the wind does take a bit of a definitely comes into a lot of play. You do find the prevailing wind normally downwind on the big holes, and into wind on the short holes. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident in the swing. Obviously I'm working a lot on swing changes. I want to hit that fade at the moment. I do feel a lot more controlled when I do hit a fade, and the bad shots aren't as bad. I think when I was hitting the draw, the bad shots were just too bad, and leaving myself doubles, triples on the card, which just can't be done. Interested in hole on 11 here. I took 3-iron because I had no idea where I was going. It had a marker post. It's 422 in terms of distance, and I just honestly did not know where I needed to hit it. It's probably a 3-wood down the left hand side, fading back into the fairway, but it's a pretty narrow shoot to land your ball. I think I'll quite comfortably take a 4 here. Obviously the stroke index is quite low, but I'd quite happily take a 4 here, I think, on the day. And there's obviously plenty holes around here that you can definitely make up a score from. Bunker play's actually been pretty good at the moment. I am coming across it quite a bit with the club head, but I find that if I actually are starting to like de-accelerate on the way down, which predominantly you don't want to be doing in golf as a rule of thumb, I actually find that I'm getting the ball out nice and high, good amount of spin on it, and a lot more controllable. Great 7-iron here. Wind just pushed it slightly off the right hand side, otherwise I think that would have been perfect in terms of where the ball should land. And yeah, overall pretty happy with it. I will be finishing the vlog on the next hole on 13th. I know, a bit unlucky, but my phone was dying at this point. But overall, to sum up the game, 3-wood and driver were a lot better, even though it's a very weird looking backswing. Wedge play, again, starting to look a lot better. 3-iron was very poor, so that's something that I will be working on between now and Sunday, because I think that cost me a lot, probably cost me more shots than any other club in the bag, especially in this practice round. And yeah, just cementing an idea of a feeling to grab onto when under pressure, so that I can commit to that follow through rather than steer it around the golf course, which I think at the moment I've definitely been doing a lot more often than not, rather than just fully committing, which I think I do in the practice rounds a lot more, and I think that's why my scoring's a lot more different. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. My phone's just about to die from recording all the footage. Swing feels pretty good. I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm looking forward to putting this long-term practice in and hopefully reaching the goal and having a good winter ahead, so that next year we can come out running and hopefully pick up some good results. Guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. As always, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.